the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 16th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Every team needs those big... Up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
They'll go to the ground. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. It's complete. At the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. How about that heads-up play? You're coming out of the backfield, and all of a sudden the ball's in your breadbasket.
Yeah, how about that? Just seeing the ball tipped up, deflected in the air. The running back's like, all right, I'll take it. I'll make the catch. That goes down in the stat book as a catch.
Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Still on his feet. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quarterback keeper. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Craver. He's got a lot of confidence to bring that ball out of the end zone, but it didn't work out this time, out of bounds at the 16. Incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. They got a huge boost in their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Another incompletion on third down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
They punted away on fourth down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Completing a forward pass was much like solving the Rubik's Cube for Michigan a year ago, but now, Jesse, they have the nation's top recruit in Bryce Underwood, and the key is to develop him.
Yes, because he is the future for Michigan. There is no question about it. And you just saw just 2 seasons ago, when you've got a quarterback who's dynamic, who's highly recruited and developed, a guy like J.J. McCarthy, the sky's the limit for Michigan. You can win national championships. That's the hope for the Wolverines moving forward.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. On the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the Defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Obviously not to start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
He's got him this time. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Texas A&M going up tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On the ground, it's Marshall. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going with the ground game left. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And this defense steps up. They're losing. They need a play. Third long, you're thinking pass. The offense actually tries to run the football. Not fooled. Forcing the fourth down now, trying to get the football back.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Making side adjustments here. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Lets it fly. And they won't be able to connect downfield. Looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Here's a heat. Finds a little space. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The snap sets up to throw. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. 5 wide receivers on second and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air, can make plays with his feet like this, runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Give to the running back.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. We'll send the tight end in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running with football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. It quickly on the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down and nothing doing there. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Back to pass, it's Reed. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on 1st down, but the defense was ready.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
To the air, it's Reed. That one comes out hot down the right side. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll give it to the back. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. The give to the tailback. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Reed. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's caught inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rushes on him. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking for the score. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get it. It's a touchdown.
You can't start the second half any better than that. You're trying to come out of the locker room. You're trying to create some momentum. Taking the first kick of the third quarter back for a touchdown, that is exactly what this head coach was looking for from his players.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. UTSA has opened up a can right now, and based on what we've seen, I'm not sure anything is going to change. They're up by 18 over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Now on the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Finds the tight end. Crosses the 40. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. Makes the catch. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
Touchdown, Aggie. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the right. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that first down.
They want to run this quarterback. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a...
Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quarterback will keep it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Breaks the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
A run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Kramer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows they give them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
To the air, it's Reed. Oh, they're after him. He's got it on the outside. There he goes. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a play by this defense. And what a way to end the quarter for this defense, forcing the big turnover. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Quick release by the QB. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Pocket breaking down. The throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, on 3rd and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UTSA has opened up a can, and the result is what's shaping up to be one of the more lopsided affairs of the entire day. They're up by 21 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
The Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw again. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Throws toward the end zone.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one sails through the back of the...
Defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Caught behind the line. It's Moss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 35, he's got more. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they got him down at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Klein. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw. It's Underwood. Looking to take a shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Aggies backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. Might be changing the route. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Got the quick pass. Gets a little breathing room there as he's out of bounds at the 10.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other way.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Yeah, when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell. Had the running back taken care of, too. Nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. On the move. Lowers those pads. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Let's get weird. This is exactly what they needed. They needed something to happen. Down 2 possessions, fourth quarter, got to make it happen. Onside kick team comes through.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the middle. Got his man.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So after the first down run, here's second down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut. This is now a 7-point game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. San Diego State is on top right now, but that's not exactly Marshall Faulk out there running circles around the D. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by over San Jose State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Snap it to the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
One more yard on this second down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Tries to do it himself on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Skips away from pressure. He's going to run it. How about this sophomore learning when do it himself?
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on third down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dreamed.